It seems like a lifetime ago, but do you remember when the idea of a guest sleeping over at the Lincoln bedroom in the White House led to a public outcry? The idea that any president would even create the appearance of using the office to advance personal interest drew immediate condemnation across both political aisles. Well, like with so many things, that was before the age of Trump. Last Thursday night was the latest dateline, as the Donald took his blatant efforts to use his office as a personal ATM to new levels, selling FaceTime, literally, to those who paid him nearly $200 million for his branded souvenir crypto coins. Now, if you look up the definition of corruption, this is Exhibit A. Trump knows it too. While he, of course, knows who paid to play, he's made sure there's no transparency, keeping the identities of the donors secret. Now, while the following should be obvious, in the bizarro Trump world, it bears repeating. A president works for the American public. It has, before this guy, always seen as the ultimate honor to serve this public. Every predecessor has released their tax returns to the public, all abided by the emoluments clause in the Constitution to not accept any income other than their salary. This president, who I'll remind you has been criminally convicted for falsifying business records as well as massive corporate fraud, has taken the graft he committed in the first term and turbocharged it over the first 100 days or so of his current term. You know, of course, that a president is barred by the Constitution to accept gifts valued above a nominal rate. Well, apparently accepting a plane worth more than $400 million is somehow no big deal. In the crypto coin hustle, we know from reporting the Washington Post that since mid-January, Trump and his partners have made at least $50 million just in fees. But that's chump change to the nearly $3 billion increase in the Trump family net worth due to the crypto investments. That's according to a new nonpartisan report. The outrage from lawmakers, ethicists, and anyone who cares about good government isn't that Trump is making a buck, even though the Constitution clearly forbids it as president. It's how he's doing it. Trump is the first president who's selling access to the people's house for his own enrichment. He's potentially shaping policy to reward those who pad his bank account, which is bad enough. But those policies can often be against our own national interests if it profits him. Additionally, he's using our tax dollars to enact these plans or potentially rewarding government contracts to the very people who now have a president willing to accept personal payment. And again, all this is being done under the cover of darkness, as we, the people, are none the wiser as to who's paying what and the quid pro quo attached. While I'm shocked more people aren't apoplectic about all this, I believe as more of this becomes public, especially if the Democrats win the House next year and conduct hearings, they will be then. A couple weeks ago, Trump warned families that they may have to make do with less because of his tariffs. At the very same time, he's using his office to launch at least 20 foreign deals for his companies, blatantly using the threat or promise of foreign policy investments or embargoes to get those nations to open their checkbooks to the Donald and his sons. And speaking of Tweedledee and Tweedledum, they're launching a private club, get this, with a $500,000 membership fee with the promise of access to top Trump officials. And beyond the bigger business deals of self-enrichment, there are the tacky ones. You know, the Trump Bibles, Trump sneakers, Trump perfume, trading cards, and anything he can slap his name on to soak the MAGA crowd. Trump doesn't even pretend anymore to care about the rule of law and the appearance of self-enrichment. To him, the presidency is a profit engine, and he's just getting started. Just listen to what he said to the South African president when he joked that maybe his nation would fare better if he gave Trump a personal plane.
I'm sorry, I don't have a plane to give you.
I wish you did. I take it. I would take it. If your country offered the United States Air Force a plane, I would take it.
As they say, my friends, you can't make this stuff up.